On today's stream, I had you guys send me weird hypothetical situations, and I had to answer them 100% seriously. That's right, you could ask me whatever you wanted. What would I do if I saw a goblin? How would I spend each penny of £1 trillion? The possibilities were endless, and I answered every single one of these 100% seriously. The way I would do them in real life. If they can happen. This was a really weird thought exercise, but a ton of fun. So if you do enjoy, please feel free to subscribe. I do plenty of streams based around reviewing things you guys send me. So if you do enjoy this, but you can't catch the streams live, sub to this channel so you never miss them here. Anyways, all that being said, hope you enjoy this stream. Let's get straight into these hypotheticals, shall we? How are we gonna do this? I think we do as follows. Hypo. Hold on. Cool. Hold on a second, guys. I'm coming up with a plan. Okay. What we're gonna do. Okay, I made this a bit big. We made this a little bit big. Guys, it's okay. I may have made the text a little bit big. It's okay. We're going to put the hypothetical at the top. I may have made this one a little bit big. This is a little bit big. I may have made it. It's fine. It's so fine. Okay. Here is the first hypothetical. I've not read it, by the way. Hypothetically, would you rather wake up surrounded by jumbo shrimp or one singular jumbo shrimp up your ass? This is good. This is what we wanted. Let me think about this. Your camera's quite wobbly. Yeah, the tripod isn't. I'm kicking the tripod right now. Can you tell? It's very wobbly. Either way, let's think about this. Someone asked a very good question. Is the shrimp alive? But I don't think it changes my answer. I think being surrounded by jumbo shrimp wouldn't be the worst. If it's still warm and tasty, I eat the shrimp. That's simple. I just eat the shrimp. If it's raw and gross, it will be gross, but I'd still rather... Like, this is the thing. I don't think you'd necessarily... Surrounded? Fine. Like, what? Okay, I'm surrounded in them. I just wake up and go... I'll be good. The cleanup? Yeah, I'll eat them. I'll invite all my friends around and we'll have a mukbang. I don't understand up my ass individuals. I don't quite understand that, and I'm gonna say why. I don't think for the first part of your day I don't think you notice initially one shrimp up your bum. I don't think you'd notice it, and I think you'd go about your day, and you'd be like, why do I have an uncomfortable feeling in my arse? And then you would go to the bathroom and a whole shrimp would come out. And then you'd be confused as to how this happened. And I'd be worried. I'd be worried that some deviant in the middle of the night had snuck into my home and inserted a jumbo shrimp up my bum. This is not something I'd want. So I don't... And also, what if you can't shit it out? What if it's like stuck? How does it get there? I'm assuming magic. I'm assuming magic. It just appears. No one actually has to insert it in your ass so much as it just is there suddenly. You know? But is it permanent? Also, yeah, can you remove the shrimp? I'm just going for the safe option. I'd rather wake up surrounded by jumbo shrimp than have one singular jumbo shrimp up my ass. Here's the next one. What do you think about butter? A genuine question. This is not a hypothetical. Butter is alright. I personally prefer... I actually had this discussion with my mum only minutes ago. I like butter when it's melted. So if I'm having something warm, I'll put butter on it. But if it's cold, like if I'm just having some bread, I will use margarine. Because I think margarine is better when cold. But warm, butter is good. So yeah, butter's good when warm, but margarine is better when cold. You live with your mum? No, I'm back home for her birthday. This is okay. Happy night. Thank you for the tier 1.
These 18 months were quick.
Wow. I'm glad, I think. Oh, okay. Wait, well, that's too long.
19 months. I've genuinely gone insane.
Ah! That's me if I went insane. What if you subscribed, hit the bell, and subscribe with Twitch Prime? Oh my god! Guys, you can make this hypothetical real by really doing that. Just like Hughes. It's alright, Hughes. You didn't need anything funny to say. You were perfectly timed. Guys! Based if true. If you do this. So cool.
AYUP, Mr.
This is the best
Manifold.
hypothetical.
Can't wait for you to see the exceptional options I have given you for hypotheticals. Laughing face.
I'm excited too.
Jack, I just gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. I'm in the delivery room right now. By the way,
why is this one so long? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me shift this a little bit off my head. Where do I put this? Yeah,
16 months. Let's go. Hope you're doing okay today, King.
I'm good, thank you.
Have fun celebrating birthdays.
Thank you. All right, let's read this. Let me pause the music. This too much is going on at once. I'm getting like a bit overwhelmed.
Weird hypothetical. Do you think an amusing British bald man would ever play Outlast 2 again?
Hypothetically speaking, I don't think so. I don't think he fucked with that game too much. It was okay, but I preferred the first one a lot. I mean, this hypothetical British bald man hypothetically preferred the first Outlast and didn't really enjoy the second one all that much, so probably won't continue playing it. But maybe, you never know. Either way. Hypothetically, you went to Disney World and rode Jungle Cruise. Some weird time warp happened and the ship actually crashes, and you're on this crazy world filled with monkeys and tigers, and your ship skipper is insane and sided with the hippos. What would you do? What does this mean? I've never been to Disney World. I don't know what happens in Jungle Cruise. Let's do some research here. All right, let's do some research. Jungle Cruise Disney World. Let's have a look at this. Do some research. All right, let's see. Oh. Yes, thank you. I get it. Ring the bell. Okay. I don't really want to see the line. I'd rather just watch the ride, please. Make sure we're on our back pockets the whole time. This ride's very slow. You know, must be a leap year. Well, over here you'll see some Amazon butterflies. Those butterflies. Are they real? Are the animals real? 1 foot, making them the ruler of the Amazon. Now watch me catch this fog. Oh, missed. Well, just over here. Are there any real animals? Are the animals real? Don't see anybody. Canoe. You know, rich or something. I tell you, those guys. Nope, they're animatronics. Okay, this is important for the hypothetical. Let's continue onward. So, Sarah was to do this. Sarah was to go to okay. Hypothetically, you went to Disney World and rode Jungle Cruise. Some weird time will happen, and the ship actually crashes. And you're on this crazy world filled with monkeys and tigers, and your ship's... So, I think in this hypothetical, essentially what happens is, the guy, the tour guy who was talking, he, in fact, becomes evil. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Senna. He becomes evil and twisted and sickening individual. And he sides with these animatronics and they try and kill me. Essentially, I believe I'm in the Disney version of Five Nights at Freddy's. In which case, I would do whatever. I mean, I'll probably just handle it as I would handle. I'd probably just swim away. I think I'd just swim away. I think if it crashed and there were evil animatronics and an evil skipper trying to harm me, I think I'd just swim away in the water. I'm a confident swimmer. I think I'd be fine. I think I'd be okay. I think the animatronics would really get me. I think I'd be fine. What next? What next? What next? Let's see. Oh, sorry. Cool. Let's see what this is. What would you... God! This is not a good system. What would you do if aliens came down and randomly selected you to be Earth's ambassador to the aliens? How would you represent Earth? This is great. This is a very good question because I actually think I would be I think I'd be really good in this role. I think if aliens came to Earth and we needed someone to represent the whole human race, I think I'm the most human being. You know what I mean? A lot of people say this on the internet. People say Jack Manifold is possibly the most human of all of us. And I'd go... At first I go... I'd give them the friendly sort of smile. And I'd explain to them that that's sort of like a friendly human greeting. I go... And then they do the same back. And then I would show them great human customs. Like Fortnite. I'd show them what Fortnite is. I'd show them my favorite TikToks and kind of explain that this is what we do for entertainment. I'd cook them some human cuisine like hack noodles, and that's about it. I can make a good steak actually. I make them a killer steak. I would ask them not to insert things into our anus, as I've heard aliens do that. I'd say please, I mean, some people I'll say some people are alright with it, but you have to ask for consent first. It's generally frowned upon just to insert things into the anus of someone without asking first. So I'd ask that they didn't do that, because in popular media they do that. And then I'd ask them if that was offensive, because I wonder if they've, like, I'd ask them what they know of us to begin with. Like, have they seen Men in Black? You know, like, do they know about these sort of things? Do they know that they're part of our pop culture? That's what I'd show them. I'd show them, like, alien pop culture in sort of human and be like, how much of this is real? What do we get spot on, you know? What if they don't speak English? I could communicate with them universally through the language of contact and love. You know, I'd be caring towards them, and they'd come to appreciate me. I'd reach out a caring hand, and maybe they'd cut my hand clean off, but I think I'd give them a look. I'd be like, and they'd know that I was friendly, and they'd shake hands with me, I think. Are you doing more vlogs soon? I rewatched all the old ones. I'm busy right now doing boxing training, but when I'm not boxing anymore, I will be resuming the vlogs. But I've been busy for the past 7 months training for a boxing match. So I couldn't stream, box, and vlog. That was just too much, man. That shit was too much, man. You know? Okay. Okay. On to the next question, eh? Okay, so like... Oh. Okay, so like, what if every type of ant ever decided just to take over the planet and kill all humans? Remind us to Google how many ants there are. What would you do? Alright, give me 2 seconds. I need to figure out how many ants there are, apparently. How many ants are there? There's 20 quadrillion ants. Which means for every... Let me just work this out. I believe that means for every human there are 4 billion ants. Which is a lot. But I don't know if I don't know if 4 billion ants could kill me. What would they do? Like, how are they killing me? I think this is the problem. Like, what are they doing? Are they just biting me? Are they giving me like tiny little ant bites? I just don't know. Like, I assuming they bite me, like it would hurt, but I don't think I'd die. So what I would do, I think this is what we should do. Every person in the world is given, you know, like you guys watch Breaking Bad. You know, towards the end of Breaking Bad, I haven't finished it, so don't spoil it. But you know, towards the end of Breaking Bad, where they start cooking the meth in the exterminator tents. You know, like the big tents that they put over houses. You know, in the States, you know, if you get like a bug infestation, they put that big tent over your house and they just like gas your house to kill all the bugs. I think everyone should get like kind of like that scene in Monsters Inc. Okay, I know exactly what I'm talking about now. Sock scene. I literally can't type. Sock Scene Monster Inc. Pause the music a second.
Pretty sweet, are they? You know, I hadn't even noticed.
This scene in Monsters Inc. when he has a sock on him.
Stand back. Careful.
This scene. It's gone.
All clear. Situation is 990. Ready?
Give it a second. I don't know when.
Thanks, guys. That was a close one.
Okay.
This bit. Every person on Earth should receive one of these. One of these like little pop-up little like extermination tents. They should and we do exactly this. We do exactly that. We to everyone. We just spray that. We give them a little gas mask and we just go in the tent and we cover them in ant gas. We kill the ants with ant gas. We lure them out into the wild with people. 2 billion ants, because there's 8 billion people. So 2 billion ants arrive per person. Every person comes equipped with their own shower and ant gas. All right? Everyone gets a gas mask as well. And when they step out, the second you step outside and your 2 billion ants come, you go, and you gas yourself, and all the ants will be gone. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what we're gonna do.
Jackmanifold being silly for an hour and a bit. Real.
I will be silly for an hour and a bit, definitely, indeed. Here's a good
I
one.
just finished watching your Marble Hornets VODs. Do you know if you'll watch any other analog horror things soon?
Probably. I'm waiting for the Walton Files 4 to come out. That's my main one. That's probably going to be a big one.
Happy 2 years being subbed to you, woohoo.
Bro, it takes over 50k to lift a whole human. They won't get me. They won't get me. 100% seriously.
2 months,
I'm just
Mr.
saying.
Manifold, let's go.
Thank you. I appreciate the 2 months. Guys, the ants will not be able to lift me. I will just... You know when you, like, go dead weight and, like... And you go heavier? You know if, like, a bouncer's trying to kick you out of a club so you go really limp and they can't remove you? Do that. The ants won't be able to lift you anymore. You'll be too heavy for them. And then you go... And, you know, with the gas. Anyway. Next hypothetical. What would I do if I woke up one day and everyone on the world, on the planet, had 0 emotions except me? Now, welcome to my world. I feel so deeply and no one feels the way I feel. Everyone just... No one has real emotions. Everyone's fake. Everyone... Guys, we live inside the Matrix and everyone else is just code. I'm the only real one. So this is literally the real world for me. So I'm going to give my real answer because this is what's really happening. I would cry. I would sob and cry. Or I'd be really happy. I mean, they wouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would just sob and sob, but then maybe I'd laugh as well because they can't do that either. They just can't do fuck all. You know, no one can do anything. So, you know. Either way, see what this is. See what this is. You will have 1 million viewers on your next Twitch stream, but you will get banned on Twitch the next day. Would you take this deal? I think so. I think so. I think having a lasting impression on 1 million live concurrent viewers would be worth it. Because if I know I'm going to get banned the next day, and there's 2 things. Either it's like a Prezzo tier. You remember when Prezzo got his dick out and he got banned for like 3 days? I would say overall, that was worth it. The Prezzo having his dick out thing becomes a meme. Everyone talks about it. A bunch of eyes hear about Prezzo. He gets a 3-day break, and then he gets a great comeback stream where everyone celebrates that he's back. All right? It's excellent. It's a perfect deal, right? It's a perfect deal. If it's a temporary ban, then it's great. You have like the biggest send-off stream. You go away for a little bit. You have a little bit of a break. You detox. You relax. You come back to the biggest stream of a lifetime. If it's a perma-ban, I'm going to say it. I think if I knew I was going to get perma-banned the day afterwards, I would just do a stream. I'd do a crazy sick stream, so I know 1 million people are going to watch. So I'm going to do a hilarious, the best stream I ever did. And then, at the end, promote my new channel, which I'm going to be streaming on some other platform. And then go live a few days later. I'd absolutely come out on top. Absolutely come out on top. Easily. It's a win. It's an absolute win. 1 million is 1,000 thousands. That would be 1,000 times the viewership we have right now. It'd be worth it, man. It'd be absolutely worth it. Either way. Next question. Hypothetically, what if a raccoon just wandered into your bed? I would kick him out. I'd go, leave! And he probably... Like, realistically, he's probably just... I'm a big guy. Like, well, I'm not, but, like, I'm big for... Like, a raccoon would see me and think I was big, you know? Like, I'm not a big guy, but he thinks I'm big. Because I'm bigger than him. So he would see me and go, ah! And run away. Like, if I went... He'd just run away. He'd be too scared. If he was friendly, maybe I'd give him a cuddle. I think raccoons are a very cute creature. I think they look very cuddly. But they also can have rabies and also be violent. So I wouldn't risk it. I probably would just... Realistically, I'd probably go, ah! Because it'd scare me at first. And then he'd probably just run away. And then I'd kick him out of the house. But maybe I would cuddle him if he was cool. But I doubt it. I think I'd probably just scream and kick him out. Like, to be realistic. You know, like that's my honest realism. Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on. Let's see what this is. If you had 2 thumbs on your right hand, would you try and use your chopsticks with your double thumb right hand or your very normal left hand? Where is my other thumb? Because if I've just got like another thumb here, will it get in the way? I'm very right-handed. I have no ability in my left hand. It's a useless piece of shit, this hand. Can't do anything with it. So I can use chopsticks quite fine with my right hand, but I can't use them at all with my left because I can't do anything with my left hand. That being said, I think like depends where the thumb is. I think the thumb. Why is everyone saying left? Like, if you're left-handed, sure. But, like, one, I maybe can get the thumb amputated. But let's say, hypothetically, it's an irremovable thumb. It's made of kryptonite. You can't remove the thing. In which case, is it in the way of using chopsticks? Like, I can imagine that, like, if I had, like, another thumb, like, here, it wouldn't be in the way. I could still use chopsticks just like normal. So I'd use them just like normal. Someone said the thumb is by your middle finger. Then it'd be a little bit harder. But like, if it's, I still don't think it'd be in the way. I think if it's, I'd just carry on using my right hand like usual. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be fine. Like, I think it would be fine. Yeah. It'd be normal for you, so it'd be super easy to figure out. Yeah, it's like, well, that's another part of the question. Like, is it normal for me? Am I born this way? Or like, randomly I wake up tomorrow morning with another thumb on my right hand? Because then I'd probably go get checked for cancer. Because that could be a tumor that just looks like a thumb. You know? You ever have that? Like a thumb-like tumor? But you know. Whatever. That's my answer. I'd still use my right hand. Cool. Someone asked this. Okay, there's you, your 2 closest friends, and your girlfriend on a plane. And the plane's going down, but there's only 3 parachutes. Who would get the parachutes and why? Now, the selfless answer, of course, is to say that I would give my girlfriend and my 2 best friends the parachutes, and I would stay on the plane and die a noble hero's death. And maybe I would do that. You know, but realistically, probably not. And my girlfriend's quite cool. I like her. you know, my closest friends are cool and all, but I don't like them quite as much. So I'd probably choose me and my girlfriend, and then I let the best friends flip a coin, and whoever won the coin toss, I'd save, and the one, or like a thumb war or something. I'd let them, maybe a thumb war, because there's skill to that, and I think it'd be quite interesting to watch a thumb war, like, to the death, because, like, you know, whoever loses dies. I'd like to watch, like, I'd watch a thumb war to the death. I think you get a broken hand. So, yeah, the plane's going down. I give my girlfriend a parachute. I take one. And I'm like, you guys have a thumb war to the death. And whoever wins the thumb war gets to also have a parachute. And so, me, my girlfriend, and whoever wins the thumb war get the parachutes. And one of my friends dies. What if one of them has 2 thumbs on their right hand? Then that friend lives, I guess. I think that friend lives. They 2v1. Like, I'm sorry. Who are the 2 best friends? I don't know, man. I don't rank my friends in a tier list, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't. I'm sorry. They all lose against my girlfriend, guys. They all lose. They all come second. Every friend I have. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. Stream idea? What? Thumb war to the death? Sure. Give all 3 to the plane. Save the plane. Oh, true. Yeah, actually, I would use all 3 parachutes. I put them on the wings and then the front of the plane. And I'd activate them, and the plane would descend really slowly. So I would have strapped parachutes to the plane, so it would stop its fall, and we'd all live. I'd use my brain. I think. Yeah, I'd do that actually. I'd climb out on the wing, I'd put the backpack on the wing of the plane and activate the parachute, and the parachutes would slow down and slowly let the plane descend, and we'd all live safely. So actually that's my answer. I changed my mind. So there you go, guys. Cool. Next question. You're at the zoo and a giraffe jumps the fence, grabs you and runs away with you on its back, and then you become best friends. Okay, that is a hypothetical situation, but I'm noticing that I'm not given much choice here. No one says, do you befriend the giraffe? Like, it's not like a giraffe kidnaps you. Do you befriend the giraffe or escape? It's just, this happens to you. I think about this a lot. Okay, good. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be cool. Like, cool, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I have a giraffe friend now. I probably, like, have him in videos and stuff. I think that would be what I would do. I guess. I don't really know how to... yeah. What would you do if there was a child right in front of you? Soundbite to really add to this moment. But instead we've had to listen to this YouTuber's animated intro that apparently must... I'll do. I don't even need to play the fucking soundbite. That'll do. That's funny enough. That's great. Great, yeah. Thank you, Raul.
What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
Everyone's saying kick it. I'd probably like, why is he there? I'd ask him like, hey, what are you doing here? Like right now, if he was in like this office, I'd be like, what are you doing here? How'd you get in here? And he'd probably... depending on what he answered, I'd probably kick him out. I'd kick him out, I think. I'd ask him where he lives. I'd take him home. I wouldn't just like throw him out. If he's like a teenager, I'd kick him out. He can fend for himself. If he's like a 6-year-old, then I'd be like, how did you get here? Where did you come? Where are your parents? And then I'd take him to those people. I'd take him to the parents, I think. But then I'd reprimand the parents for losing him and somehow allowing him to enter my home. I think would, yeah, I'd probably do that. But yeah, I definitely, yeah, I think that's what I'd do. Eat the child. I am trying to bulk at the moment, and there are a lot of calories, so it's definitely tempting, but I think I'd have to... In certain cultures, it's frowned upon, so I think I'd probably not do that, but it is somewhat tempting because of the calorie count. It is a lot of calories. I wouldn't have to worry about it for a few days. Yeah. Oh, let's see what this is. Hypothetically, it says lick. Cool. Hypothetically, you can try and time travel. What one event would you like to go back and witness? I would like to go back and why? So I can only witness an event, right? I can't like change one. So I feel like the moral obligation whenever this question is asked is like everyone's got to kill baby Hitler, right? Like if you use your time travel on anything but killing baby Hitler, then like you're pretty fucked up. Like that's generally the rule of thumb. Like that's the one thing you've like got to do. So assuming I can't change the past, it just says observe, you know? Then I think I would go back and I go to the birth of Jesus. No, I'd like go back to like some shit Jesus did. See if it was real. Like I'd go back to like some time where Jesus was supposed to have done something. You know? And just to see if he was real. I'd like to meet him and be like, no, because I can't change anything, right? So I just go watch. I just go like see like that time he walked on water, say for example. Like I'd go and see if he did it. Like I think that's what I'd do. Like, I just go and, like, watch and see if he can really do that shit or whether he's, like, lying. I think. Bring water with you? No, I can't. I'm assuming I can't interact. I can just witness. You know, I think, yeah. I would go back and witness Jesus doing things, I think. Like feeding people. I don't know, just some miracle. Or, like, Moses parting the Red Sea. I just want to see if, like, the biblical miracles were real, you know? That would be... Because that would really, like... That's, like, that would be... the most impactful, I think, on the world thing I could witness. Like, if I went back in time and could prove that I witnessed some miracle, then it would completely alter the faith of millions of people worldwide, and it'd answer so many unanswered questions, and it'd solve so many conflicts and stuff. That just it would cause problems too, but mostly not. I think that would be the most like productive thing you could go and witness. What if he's just a guy? Then you would disprove that he was. You know, this the son of God, and again, you just alter so many millions of people's faith, you know. Assuming that I can prove, assuming I can prove it, you know, that I went there and did witness it. Like if I could take a camera and film it, but then maybe people wouldn't believe it. I don't know. I think if it's like I want it to be like fact, but then there'd be some conspiracy theorists who wouldn't believe me still. But I kind of want it to be like something that's like. Like, say I can go back and it's, like, televised. Everyone knows I'm really going back in time and they know it's real. And, like, there'd be some people who not believe it, like the moon landing. But, like, most people believe it, right? Then I'd go back and do something like that. You get sent... Some of these aren't really hypothetical, so it's just... They don't really ask me what I would do, but I'll, you know... Someone says, you go to jail for a crime you did not commit and no one believes you. I would be sad. I'd probably be in jail for a number of years. Very sad. I'd try and appeal it. I'd try and appeal it through the court. I'd get a really good lawyer and I'd try and appeal it. I'd use the boys at Manifold Legal to do it. But that'd be... I just spend all my time trying to get free and being kind of sad because I'm in jail. I don't think there's very much you can do. I'd probably abuse my social media status to try and get like like the general population outraged about my false imprisonment. You know, I think I'd kind of try and win over the court of public opinion. Like I'd try and get like every day people to like believe that I was innocent, and then they would create outrage, and then the court would be forced to kind of address the situation, I think is the way I'd go about it. But yeah, I'd spend all my time doing that and crying and crying also. It's also what I'd spend some of my time doing. Someone said, what would you do if a witch cursed you into being a raccoon that is 6 feet tall? Now I'm curious, am I an anthropomorphic raccoon? Like you know, Rigby's younger brother in regular show? You know, I forget his name. Don. This guy. Am I like him? This dude. If I'm like him, then like cool. I think I'd be an interesting look. I think I'd be like a pretty famous character. I think most people would like find me really interesting. I'd definitely go around giving people sugar because that's what Don does. But yeah, I think I'd go to a good witch. I'd go find a good TikTok witch, and I'd ask her if I had any other ill effects placed on me by this evil green witch who'd curse me into being a raccoon. But then I just kind of embrace life as a raccoon. I think I'd start, you know, maybe stealing. I'd start stealing and saying that you can't arrest me because it's part of my nature. Because I'm not really a human, so I shouldn't be, you know. I'd cause a big, you know what I'd cause? I'd cause a big, like, sort of ethical problem of, like, I'd steal some shit. And I'd be like, you can't arrest me because I'm not a human. Like, you wouldn't arrest a raccoon for stealing because they're not humans. They can't be judged by the same sort of, like, you can't judge them under the same rules. And I'd do the same thing. Even though, like, realistically, I would have human intellect. And there'd have to be a whole load of laws passed to try, you know, the whole legal system would have to be, like, reconsidered to try and, like, decide whether, like, someone like me, some weird animal-human hybrid, should be, you know, prosecutable under, you know, national laws, I think. Yeah, that, and someone said I'd become a leader of the small raccoons. That too. I befriend a bunch of small raccoons because they seem quite cool. I'd see if I could talk to raccoons, like Dr. Dolittle, and then I'd communicate. I'd carry on doing social media stuff, but I think I'd be a lot more famous because I'm a raccoon now, and I'm like the first like human animal hybrid to ever exist. So I think I'd be pretty like famous, and that'd be quite cool. That's also something to consider. Peter, the government. I think Peter and the government have a big argument about whether I should be liable under like national law or not. This seems like a good hypothetical. I'm very excited for this next one. Sorry I keep turning off the music. It's too loud. But either way. Hold on. Cool. Let's see what this is. It's in front of my face. This is what it is. Okay, this one's written like Ben Shapiro wrote it, so I'm gonna read it like him.
Let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, you are 4'9". One day, a magical wizard man appears in front of your eyes and says, "Hey kid, if you eat this piece of plastic, you'll be tall. Plastic looks very suspicious. Do you eat the plastic? You also get $1.
Well, Ben, what a good question. I have some supplementary questions, but obviously since I can't ask you, I'm gonna fill them in myself. I'm short, and I'm not happy that I'm 4'9". I think if I was 4'9", I'd be insecure about it. So I would like to be taller. My question is, when the magical wizard man appears in front of my eyes, do I actively see him like do real magic? Like, do I actively see him like actually appear in front of me magically, or does he just get there and I'm like, hello? Because like. If I actually see that he's magic, I might eat it. Because I'm going to trust that this has magical abilities. If it's just a dude who, like, shows up and he offers me a piece of plastic to eat, I'm going to be like, I'm okay. The government are feeding me enough microplastics, thanks. And then I'll probably turn him down. I don't think I'm going to eat any strange plastic from a man. You know. How tall? He can make you 50 feet. Oh, true. Yeah. Fuck. I suppose, yeah, I'd ask how tall it would make me. Because, like, what if it makes me freakishly tall? Like, too tall?
Hey Jack, could you say happy birthday to my girlfriend Lily? She would be
Happy
over
birthday,
the moon,
Lily!
thanks.
Thank you for the £5, Lewis. Happy birthday, Lily. Hope you have a good day. It's my brother's birthday tomorrow as well. Jesus
Hey
Christ.
Jack, could you say
Hey.
happy birthday to Lily? It would make her day. Love you.
I did it, but thank you, Lewis, again, for the £10 now. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Lily. Again! Hope you have a great day. Yeah, if it makes me too tall, that's kind of bad. I wouldn't want to be too tall. I'd rather be 4'9". The world can accommodate 4'9" people. It doesn't accommodate people who are like 10 feet tall. You wouldn't be able to fit in rooms too good and stuff. This stuff for like little people exist, you know? Like there are people that tall. Like Danny DeVito's only 4'10", you know? Like he exists, you know? So yeah, I'd rather be like very short than like freakishly tall. Maybe I wouldn't eat the plastic, even if the guy was magic. I think I'd be too scared of like his ambiguity on it will make you tall. Like if it I think I'd refuse. I don't think I'm gonna eat the plastic. I don't think I'd eat the plastic. Yeah, that's my answer. Okay, next question. Would you commit a crime? Sorry. Hello, Kazoo on the Moon. Would you commit a crime if you knew no one would ever know you did it? What crime would you commit? I would, because I've done this. I do so much stealing. I'd steal. I'd steal. I'd do some stealing. I'd steal. No, I haven't really done this, but I would steal. I'd steal from like Elon Musk. I'd take like, and I wouldn't even take enough that he noticed. I'd take like $10 billion. Like, it's something he'd realize it was stolen, but he obviously, like, again, no one knows I did it, right? So, like, he would never know. But I'd take $10 billion from Elon Musk, and I'd keep some money for me, because I like money. But then I'd do a lot of good for the world with it. I'd just do a bunch of shit that the world needs. Like, I would be really non-selfish, because, like, I feel like the problem is, and I kind of understand it, like, when you've worked for your money, it's very hard to, like, want to give it to people who, in your mind, haven't worked for it. I'm not saying this is the mindset I have, but I think this is I think this is the problem with a lot of billionaires and why they're not very philanthropic. It's like, well, a lot of it's a lot of the money's in companies that they still want to run, so obviously they don't want to, like, you know, spend, a lot of it isn't actually just physical money. They can't just throw it anywhere. And you know, I think if I just had, like, 10 billion cash, and like no assets to really like uphold, then I could do a lot of good for the world. And I'd do it. Most billionaires also don't work for their money. Yeah, I'm not saying this is the correct mindset. I'm just saying I think this is the mindset billionaires have. Like it's like I wouldn't, you know, give it to Walter White. I don't think money did good things to Walter White. I don't think he needs it. I don't think Walter White needs any money. But yeah, I'd steal a big sum of money, and I'd do like a bit of a Robin Hood and give like most of it to the poor. I'd keep like 100 billion though, for me. I'd like to live pretty lavish. I'd buy a big house and like set up my kids for life and stuff. I'd be a little bit selfish. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not a selfish person as well. But I'd give like 99% of it away, you know? I give like 99% of it away and like keep like 1% for me. I think that'd be what I did. Next question. Let's see what this is. Someone said robots have taken over the world, and you're Walter White. I guess I'd be just as upset about it as I would be now, which is quite upset because I prefer people to robots. But I think if I was Walter White, I would have a lot of money, but I would be upset because I suppose robots don't really care for meth too much. So I would really, like, by the end of Breaking Bad, Walter only really cares about his meth empire, it seems. And I think I would be pretty upset because my meth empire probably wouldn't go down too well with robots. They don't really need meth. So, I'd be pretty upset, I think. That'd be my sort. Yeah, I think if I was Walter White, actually, I'd be more upset. No, because I don't think robots care too much for entertainment either. I don't think they care for my job either. Yeah, maybe. No, but I think I'm a better person than Walter White. I think I'd maintain my humility. I think I'd be more upset if I was Walter White, but I'd be pretty upset if I was me too, you know. But I think I'd just be more upset if I was Walter White. And like a good way. A good way into being more upset. I think as well. So look, what's this? Cool. You're the emperor of a large floating island nation, and you can pick any 3 people, dead or alive, for 5 years. Who? What? I can pick them for what? What do I pick them for? It's not going off screen. There's no more words. You are the emperor of a large floating island nation, and you can pick any 3 people, dead or alive, for 5 years. Who would you choose and why? What do I pick them for? What do you mean? Do they live with me? What do they do? Do they, like, feed me fucking grapes? Are they just my friends? And why are they only there for 5 years? I don't get it. I don't know. I'd take my girlfriend with me. She's cool. I'd take... I saw Hugh Grant in person yesterday? No, the day before. I saw Hugh Grant in person. He was funny in the movie. I went to the premiere of the D&D movie, and he was quite funny in it. And I was sat in the front row, and he came out beforehand, and he was like, "Thank you for coming to watch the movie I was in." And I was like, "You're welcome, Hugh Grant." And he went, "Holy shit, Jack Manifold from the Dream SMP?" And I was like, "Ah, you got me." But I'd take Hugh Grant because he was there in person. I'd take... okay, shit. So it's me, my girlfriend, Hugh Grant. Does Hugh Grant have a wife? I wouldn't deprive him of that. Hugh Grant, wife. No, Hugh Grant, wife. Okay. Anna Elizabeth Eberstein. I'd take her too, but just so Hugh had his wife with him. It feels rude not to let Hugh Grant keep his wife, so she could come too. Why did I say dead or alive? Because I guess I get to revive anyone dead. Like, I could take, like, Stalin if I wanted, but I wouldn't want to take him. But yeah, I'd rule. It'd be me, my girlfriend, Hugh Grant, and his wife, and we'd, like, have dinners every night and stuff. It'd be pretty cool. Barely any of your friends. Me and Hugh Grant are friends now. We bonded over his love for the Dream SMP. He really liked my lore. Anyway. Someone said, do you think if you put a person in a giant bottle of Pepsi, they'd die from carbon dioxide poisoning? Yeah, I think they'd die from that or drowning in Pepsi. So yeah, I think they'd die. I think there's no oxygen in there. So I think they either suffocate, carbon dioxide poisoning, or die from drowning. I think they die. I think in every scenario they die unless you keep the lid off. I prefer Coke. If someone was trapped inside a bottle of Pepsi and that was their one line, I think they deserve it. But yeah, I think they die. Or the pressure. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure in there too, and not even like the emotional pressure of being the first guy to get trapped in like a Pepsi, like actual pressure as well. So yeah, I'd probably do it too. I'd drink it. I think if it was really, I think it'd hurt your tummy. You're an interesting critter, bro. Thank you, man. I like to think I'm an interesting little critter. But yeah, I think if the bottle of Pepsi was big enough that you could fit inside of it, I think it'd hurt your tummy to drink that much Pepsi. So I don't think you could do it. I couldn't. I can't burp, so drinking fizzy drinks hurts my tummy. So I think I'd get a tummy ache and die. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I think you would die before you managed to drink it. I think you get a tummy ache and then you couldn't drink no more. And then you would drown. Yeah. Instead of burping, he explodes. No, I get a tummy ache and then I fart. Like, I'll be honest. Bite through the bottle. I think a bottle that could hold that much Pepsi would have to be quite thick. I don't think you could bite through it. Someone said I would survive. No, I would survive, but you guys wouldn't. Find a big air bubble and breathe. No, because the bubbles in Pepsi are carbon dioxide, so you can't breathe it. You die. Anyway, I have more pressing matters to attend to. Before we move on to the next part of the hypothetical. Hold on. Guys! You know what time it is. It is the top of the hour. People, you know what that means. There will be an ad play right now for 1 minute. And it will greatly support this stream. And if you can't afford a subscription, I would greatly appreciate you sticking around to watch the ad because it supports me.
Why did the fish
loads.
get bad grades? Because it was below sea level. Tears of joy. Ha 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 ha.
That was horrendous. Please, if you can find it in your heart to subscribe to avoid the ad, do not attach a message like that to it, because I'll cry, and I mean it. Either way, guys, the ad's gonna run. It'll be a minute long. The content will resume immediately afterwards. If you would like to donate, subscribe, whatever you like, then I would really appreciate it. But either way, I will see you all in 1 minute's time. In the meantime, subs will just be going through all the subs that I've missed so far in the stream. I'll see you all in a minute's time. Alright, the ad has begun. Let's listen to some subs. Wilma in it. Thank you for the tier 1.
You 8 months. Missed
Thank
you,
you for the 8
Kim.
months.
Hope you're
Thank
having
you.
a good stream so far.
I am. I'm very
Love our
tired though.
content.
Traveling.
Never stop less than 3.
Thank you so much. Traveling wipes me out. I've done nothing today. I woke up and I came straight to Mansfield, but oh my god, I'm exhausted. Traveling wipes me out. This won't be one of my longest streams. I got a tummy ache right now. Actually. Is the tour done? No, the tour hasn't even started. Only 3 weeks into the boxing match? I know. Can you believe I'm boxing a real life man in 3 weeks and you guys will be able to watch it at thecreatorclash.com? And you should buy tickets because most of it goes to charity. I'm fighting. I'm having my first ever boxing match in 3 weeks. I'm hyped. I want to speak about this really quickly. I know the ad's about to end. I tell you what, I'll wait till the ad's ended, actually. Welcome back from the ad, everybody. I'm just talking about my boxing. And I want to say that, like, I feel like I haven't spoken about the boxing enough while I've been doing it. Because, like, for the past 7 months, I've been training so much. And it's taken up my life. And genuinely, like, it's been a real passion thing. I'm really glad that I've spent so much time, like, just getting fit and doing, like, a sport. Instead of, like, you know, focusing so much on, like, content. I'm really excited to start focusing on content more again. But I really needed that mental break to focus on, like, me as a person. And I'm really excited to kind of show off what I've been, like, learning for the past 7 months. Like, this fight is a very big deal for me. I'm really hoping that, like, people show out to the event. Like, I'm really hoping to see some people in the crowd who are there to support me. Because, like, it means a lot to me that, like, I'm able to do it. So I really hope that people do support it. And if there are still tickets available, so if you are in the Tampa area and would like to come, there are still tickets. And I would really appreciate anyone coming. The creatorclash.com or /boxing in the chat for a link, because, like, seriously, it means what. Ooh, why not do a balance of things? Well, I'm still streaming and I am still working on content, don't get me wrong, but just having it not be like my ultra mega ultimate always focus. Like, you know, I'd say my main focus is boxing at the moment, and that's kind of been a nice change of pace. I'm some call it ADHD, some just don't know what it is, but I struggle with kind of like I struggle with sort of dedicating myself to one thing for a long time, and I've been doing content full time for over 2 years now, and I've been doing it in a regular capacity for over 3. And my brain needs to, like, and it's been my main focus for about 3 years, content. And I just can't hack doing things for like that long without having a break. So having kind of 7 months where it's like not been my ultimate focus has been really nice. But I'm really excited to get back in. I've got so many cool like streams and videos planned for after the boxing's done when I'm free up again. So I really do hope you guys will support them because I'm very excited, very excited. You know, it's been very good. It's been very good. Is the boxing possible to watch on live? Yeah, thecreatorclash.com. I think it's !boxing or maybe !cc or something in the chat. I think it's !boxing. We'll give you a link. The exclamation point on this keyboard doesn't work. Sorry, hold on. Type that one. There we are. Yeah, !boxing. There's a link. You can buy pay-per-view tickets there. It's like $10, $15, and you can watch it on the internet. Either way, let's go back to the questions, eh? This is what you're all here for, not me rambling about boxing. Thank you for 300 bits. Swap music. Back. And then let's read the next one. This is a really good hypothetical. Someone said, so, hypothetically, a Thanos-style snap happens, and half of the world disappears. And one of those is your current partner. Sorry, Okay, cool. Cool, okay. So, hypothetically, if Thanos-style snap... I can't speak to them. My brain is so tired. So, hypothetically, a Thanos-style snap happens, half the world disappears, and one of those is your partner. 5 years pass and you've grieved, moved on, started a life with a new partner, when suddenly everyone is back. Would you go back to your initial partner or continue the life you were building with your new one? I think Endgame actually touched on this, but it's a very good hypothetical because it's really hard to say, right? It's like, because you fully grieved and moved on and you never thought they would ever come back, and then they come back, and it's like, I don't know. It's like, you're not in the wrong for having done what you've done, absolutely, and whatever choice you choose is not wrong, but it's like, I don't know. I really don't know what I would have to do in that situation. Like, I would literally, in my mind, be like, who do I want to spend the rest of my life with? I have the option to spend the rest of my life with the person I'd initially intended to spend it with, but also, like, do I now have something better? And I guess I would have to, I'd just have to weigh it up. Date both, be a player. Yeah, but what if that isn't an option? I'm kind of assuming that isn't an option. I know that is an option, like, realistically, potentially, if you have partners who are cool with that. But, like, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. Like, you'd like to say, oh, I'd go back to my original partner, but, like, you don't know. You don't know, because, like, you've now got loyalties to a new person. And hopefully you think the same thing about them, so it's, like, really hard, right? You probably, at the peak of liking either of them, would think you'd never leave each, so, like... I don't know. In the hypothetical, though, you are over the old partner, though, so it seems unlikely you would go back. Are you over them? Like, do you, like for someone who, like, is widowed, for example, do you ever truly get over the person you lost? Or, you know, do you just make the best of what you can have, given that you can't have them anymore? And, like, maybe you find someone that ultimately you're happier with, but, like, maybe you don't. Maybe you never move on, right? Like, I don't know. I've never been through that. Like, I don't know. It's a very good question, though. Very sad. But it's like, it's a very, like, interesting, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This seems a specific question. Hold on. Someone says, your father has just been arrested. Again! Does not correlate to me at all. How do you go about talking to him after he gets out? Now, my father has never been arrested because he doesn't do crimes. I'm the crime committer of our family, so, you know, I mean, he doesn't have to get up to any of that stuff. I do all the tax evasion and whatnot. Either way, I think if my dad was arrested, I think to me it would depend what he was arrested for, you know? Like, not every crime is immoral. And equally, not every legal thing is moral, you know? But, like, it really depends. Like, if he did, like, something I really morally don't agree with, I don't know if I'd want to talk to him. But, like, if he did something that I'm not necessarily completely morally against, or I believe that despite the fact that what he did was immoral, he is potentially able to be redeemed, then, I don't know, I would just approach it... I would approach it calmly, and I would try and, like, not set emotion aside, but not let emotion hinder the way I communicate, you know? Like, communicate my emotions, but not let them come out in a less than ideal way that might create tension or something. If I really want to rebuild a relationship and help this man redeem himself, then I want to, you know, I sure, communicate your emotions, but, you know, be understanding and be caring and all this, that, and the other. But if I don't want to, maybe if it's immoral, I don't even want anything to do with it. And if it's moral, then, like, I still fuck with him and I don't really care. Like, I'll just be like, I missed you so much, man. I'm glad you're out, you know? It really depends. But assuming he did something that I disagree with, but I don't think he's irredeemable for, it's a case of trying to be as objective and understanding as you can be, while still allowing room for your own emotions, but not letting them cloud your judgment or the way you communicate. That's just generally the sort of my advice for any conflict with someone. If you want to sort of get over a conflict, you just have to kind of not allow your emotions to cloud or sort of obscure the way you communicate or view a situation, but you do want to acknowledge and, communicate them, because they are important at the end of the day. They're just not necessarily going to help you in situations all the time, you know? That's my honest answer. Someone asked, would you rather have a magical creature or a magical beanstalk? I think I would rather have a magical creature, because I think realistically, I don't know for a fact that giants don't exist in the clouds, but I've been on a plane a couple times, and I've never crashed into any giants. So I'm going to guess that a magic beanstalk would lead to nothing. I would also potentially actually harm a plane, speaking of planes, and cause thousands or hundreds to die. So I think if you pick a beanstalk, you're evil. However, a magical creature could be fun. If I had a goblin at my disposal, or maybe a griffin, or perhaps a centaur, that'd be really cool. And also, like, in this hypothetical situation where magic beanstalk beans and magical creatures exist, I don't know that the magic beanstalk it only says that the magic beanstalk exists. It doesn't say that anything that it supposedly leads to exists. So, like, what's the point in it? Well, like, if a magical creature exists, a magical creature exists. You know, I know for a fact I'm getting what I asked for. Like, with the beanstalk, you run a risk of maybe not getting anything at the end. Where, like, with the creature, you know what you're getting, you know? What creature would I want? I think I'd want a goblin. I want a goblin. I like goblins, man. Goblins are cool. They're just cool little mischievous guys. They're filled with whimsy of unmatched by humankind. I just think I think it would give me riddles 3 to answer all the time. And I like a good mind game. So I think I'd like answer its riddles 3 sometimes and stuff. I honestly think it'd be a more than pleasant experience on the whole. I think I'd really enjoy it. I like goblins, as if you know what a real goblin would be. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do actually, because I've studied goblins. Alright? I've studied goblins in much depth, and I know exactly how they would be. They'd be fiendish, they'd be mischievous, they'd have a hankering for gold and toil and /or trouble. They would be short and rather grotesque, but charming in a way that I'm yet to understand. They'd be green, which is the greatest color. It's the color of evil, but it's also the most mystical color. Green is also the funniest color. I've said before. I've been on record saying that. But yeah, I think green. And he's green. I'd sing that George Ezra song, Green, Green Grass, but I'd be like, Green, Green Goblins. And then I'd think of Willem Dafoe and I'd be like, Spider-Man! I'd be like, no, you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrifice? I'd do that. I'd say that sometimes. And the Goblin wouldn't get it, but I'd find it funny because obviously it's a reference to the Green Goblin. And I'd go, are you in or are you out? Like that as well. So yeah, those would be the things I did with the Goblin. Take care, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful stream, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care.